Hello, welcome to Read Reviews Books and Films. Today I am going to discuss about a book that is A Coat of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Sarah J. Maas is an American writer and she is a fantasy writer. And this particular book was first published in the year 2015. No wonder this book, A Coat of Thorns and Roses, is also a work of fantasy. And this storyline starts with a 19-year-old girl, mortal girl. Her name is Feyre, and she had to go to forest to hunt because she had to feed her entire family. And incidentally, she killed a very big wolf or an elf or a fairy whose story had always been reverberating throughout their mortal land. This incident particularly led her to the land of Prithian, or the land of magic. Coming to the house of magic, or this land of Prithian, our female protagonist, Feyre, she falls under a treaty. I'm not going to discuss about the entire treaty because this is the essence of the novel. But the head of the house, or the lord of the house, Tamlin, falls in love with Feyre. An immortal entity falls in love with a mortal being. Though at first this love was for Tamlin's own benefit, but eventually he falls in actual love with Feyre. Incident after incident and lots of things happen in between, and finally Feyre also falls in love with Tamlin. This incident, their love, their reciprocation of love actually helped Tamlin to recover from a evil spirit which was cursed by our antagonist Amarantha. This is the basic plot of the novel. To discuss about the theme of the novel, it's actually a love story. A very basic love story of male and female. But on higher level, it's also a love story of supernatural things because it depicts a love story between a mortal and immortal. It's a depiction of something very powerful. There is nothing very mundane about this story. And most importantly, it's a story of bravery because it shows how far one can go to achieve what he or she deserves. So for me, this is the theme of the novel. To discuss about the narrative technique of the novel, it is most important to say that there is so much of magic and reality mixed up in throughout the novel. Surrealism, supernaturalism, magic is everywhere throughout the novel, and most intriguing is that the author never repeated any incident. So in every page, the reader gets shocked with something new. There is nothing that is repeated. Like she invented some new characters like Naga, Bogo. They are supernatural incidents, supernatural entities, and except them, the other main characters in this novel like Lucian, Tamlin, Amarantha, everybody are given something very unique in their character. And most importantly, the mortal characters in this novel, they are very individual in their own way, and that is very magical also. Like our Feyre's sister Nesta. We never thought that such a common girl like her can go so far to rescue her sister. So this kind of magic and reality that is constructed throughout the novel. What I like most in this novel is that Despite valuing the supernatural qualities in immortal entities, the author appreciated mortal values throughout the novel. Our very human qualities like love, respect, hatred, betrayal, anger is shown throughout the novel. Not only in mortal entities but also in immortal entities. Like our very own Lucian, who was initially trying to betray or his dislike towards Feyre. It is quite evident to us, and a special mention to Rysand also. At the end of the novel, he actually appreciated Feyre, saying that, "Be glad, Feyre, you are human, and feel pity for those who doesn't feel it." So this kind of thing, to celebrate our very own mortal entity throughout the novel, is something that touched me a lot. It's a purely work of fantasy, and the author meant it for the young adult readers. I know there shouldn't be any kind of specification regarding readers, but this is a work of fantasy. A mature mind can find lots of flaws in this, portraying some kind of amateur things, but it's quite a good read. If you like my video, so you can surely like, share and subscribe. Thank you.